Adrienne's always gonna have a bag.
She's just the master of the pivot. I'm super excited to have this conversation.
How are you?
Good. I'm Vivian. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
At this point, I've lost count of how many times I've had to pivot. Life will force you into change, and no one knows that better than Adrienne Bailon. We remember her from both the Cheetah Girls and 3LW.
I don't even remember how old I was. I just remember going, oh my gosh, they are so dope. Like, I can't remember how the song, how does it? I'm getting a little tired of your broken promises. I'm getting a little tired of your broken promises. Looking at your page, just seeing different numbers and numbers. Hanging with the fellas. I was with you when you didn't have no dollars. Hanging at the crib, chilling with your mama. Like, what? Like, we were teenagers. You're supposed to be at the crib chilling with your mama. Like, she's so young in this video. Listen when I see it, please.
Then we watched her on The Real, and then E! News, all while building her own fashion company, and most recently, becoming a mom. But none of that was easy. Adrienne went through 8 cycles of IVF, 2 miscarriages, and a failed IUI before bringing her adorable baby boy ever into the world via surrogate.
You know, it wasn't easy for her. But anytime, you know, there was a setback, she just, okay, well, what's the new strategy? You know what I mean? She never changes the goal, she just changes the strategy. And I really admire that about her. Whew. That was not graceful at all. Hi, how are you? It's so beautiful. When it comes to like these type of conversations, you can't create an impactful moment. You can't make it happen. It just has to unfold. This is just my time to just like pray and ask God for guidance in terms of that conversation being exactly what someone needs or what people need.
Girl, look at you. You look so good. I'm good. How have you been?
I'm good. It's just
You
been
look
crazy.
so good.
Thank you. I just got myself ready. Did my own hair and makeup. You know,
You did your own makeup?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I honestly, there's something really therapeutic about just like
Yeah, my
getting
sister
myself ready.
says that.
Okay.
All right, you rolling?
Adrienne,
Thank you so much.
You are glowing.
That means so much to me. I feel like I am in my bag. I feel
Yes.
like we've just been working and having so much fun. This is gonna be our 3rd city here in Brooklyn.
Literally on the way here, I was like, one thing Adrienne's gonna do is keep a bag, okay?
Listen, where I am today, I am living what I've manifested for so many years. I think, you know, like you said, you're like, oh, you have a family dynamic. And I'm like, no. We're actually family. Like, I have my stepdaughter who does creative direction with us. My best friend is literally my partner. I have literally my family with me, my husband, my baby. I think that to me has meant everything. I'm just having the best time and I'm grateful. I think I'm literally living in gratitude for everything in the way it's come together.
What is this glow that I'm looking at?
I think
You're glowing from the inside out, Adrienne.
Thank you. I
Honestly.
feel like taking time to do what genuinely makes me happy, saying no to things that don't. Even when that for me was really difficult, I think walking away from a corporate job and being like, I've always had, like, I've worked for so many years. It's actually my first time in 14 years not necessarily working for someone else and becoming self-employed and creating my own, what does my everyday look like? I decide what that looks like now. And I think that's been a huge difference where I'm allowed to be like, okay, this morning I am going to take the day to not wear any makeup and sit on the floor with my son all day long and play. And we need those moments. I think as women, as mothers, we're constantly going, and I'm able to give that moment to myself now, and it has refreshed me and renewed me, and I can now tackle anything because I'm able to have those quiet moments with my son that fill me up.
I remember last time we talked, you said something like, you said, I mean, if I create something and it's whack, then I just go home to my husband and my baby. Like, who cares?
Listen, if it doesn't work out, and I think people are too afraid of failure. I really do, and I think that we make it way bigger than it is. Failure is just a learning lesson, and you're just gonna do better next time. Like, there have been many failures even in this journey as an entrepreneur. There's been times where, I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, we have had failures even in the last 3 days in the sense of being like, we sold out all our product. We have no t-shirts left on the first 2 runs. We've got 20 more to go. But we didn't know that it would go. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but it's still a problem.
Yeah. It's not a smooth journey. But one thing about you, Adrienne, and I'm sure people have said, you're not gonna stop.
I'm not gonna stop.
You're not gonna stop.
No.
And it's with everything. Just one thing about you, you're gonna pivot.
I was like, do we know a spot in Brooklyn that we can print up new t-shirts?
Right.
I was just like, okay, what can we do next? What can we, yeah.
I mean, even your journey to motherhood, you said, this is happening, period, point blank.
6 years later.
I know.
And I joked with my husband, I was like, listen, either I am the most delusional person ever, or I'm like just very hopeful. Like, it could go either way.
No, you are a part of the Delulu crew for sure.
And I'm here for it.
And
Call me Queen Delulu all
why
day.
you're here. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we all need to be a part of the Delulu crew.
You have to, because I think it takes a level of delusion to believe that you can accomplish things that don't seem realistic, that don't seem possible. But see, even having these conversations, I think it's also really important to understand that every day you're not gonna feel that way.
Yeah.
That every day you're not gonna feel like I'm going to kill it and I can do it. And even hearing me say it today, it might not hit you till a week later, till a month later, till a year later, that you're like, okay, I think I'm ready to do it. I recognize that my situation is not what I want it to be. I recognize that it seems like I have no connections. It seems like I have nowhere to start from. Start with what you have. Even if that's nothing, even if that's nothing, I think that we all have some sort of brilliance that's inside of each and every one of us. There's something that God has uniquely given us. And that's also where my faith plays a huge part. I'm like, oh, there's nothing I can't do. If I've got God on my side, there's nothing I can't do. I truly believe in the power of prayer. I believe in, if people say that that's a part of manifestation as well, saying, God, this is what I want, this is what I envision. And I feel like if you've given me this vision, then you'll give me what I need to make it happen.
You just seem like you were in such a peaceful state.
Thank you.
But does that mean we're not seeing Adrienne anymore on television, or music? Like, what?
I feel like
you can do
I'm
you can do it all.
Always doing a little bit of everything, just I'm not always doing it at the same time. I feel like I try to space it out, like, okay, what can I do now? I feel like now with having this pop-up tour, now being what I call a work from home mom, I'm still working, but I get to do it in my home, on my schedule, which means whenever naps.
Right.
He's literally napping right now. He was supposed to come with me, and I was like, let's let him sleep. And I got in the car, and Iz is like, I'll bring him over as soon as he wakes up.
That's so funny. I would have loved to see him.
I'm like, yeah, he'll be here as soon as he wakes up.
On Instagram, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's
We're
so
in Brooklyn,
fast,
so
too.
literally we got out of the tour bus, and I just started walking, found an African hair braiding spot, and he just got his cornrows done today. He looks absolutely adorable.
Oh my gosh, I love that. What is your vision for your future, for your life? What do you see?
It's crazy because I'm living in what I manifested, which means I've got new manifesting to do. And I've been trying to say to myself, okay, so what's the next? And it hasn't been easy to be like, now what? So I'm still in this right now, but I'm excited for what's to come. Obviously continuing Le Voûte, I'd love to see it, licensed and in stores everywhere at some point. That would be incredible. But I would still need some control because I do have that thing in me. I'm like, I need to still oversee it. I would love to, I still have a desire to go back to daytime talk. So that's something I'd love to see possibly in the future in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't even have to be my own. I love collaborating and working with other women. That's always been my passion. So something there definitely would be amazing. But I love what we're growing. Like, I try to share as much information as I can. I know that, we've done really cool things on All Things Adrienne in the sense of like even giving business information and investing in yourself, whatever that means. Invest in yourself as women. I think it's so important. Give yourself grace. That even if you don't see it today, give yourself a chance to see it tomorrow or next week or a year from now.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. I'm so excited. Love your outfit.
Did you see the
It's
pop of
the
color?
remix. It's
Did
the
you see the
remix.
pop of color?
I'm here for it.
I love being surrounded by women who go for what they want. Every single shift in Adrienne's life was a building block for her to create the life she wanted. Sometimes you gotta pivot. Your vision is depending on it. Viv.